Hello everyone, how are you? Welcome to another video on this channel. This time is a sitting down video and also in my room. But today I am here to give you a reading update. Basically the plans that I have for future videos when it comes to reading and future plans when it comes to reading, and also the updates on what I've read recently because I haven't vlogged in a long time. I'm here to show you guys also a book haul because I bought some books recently-ish. First of all, I want to give you guys the reading update. I finally finished Wings and Ruin. Oh my god, listen. I was stuck on chapter 16 for the longest time. And then I think it was like Friday that I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna take the day off. I'm not gonna do anything else besides reading. And I read and I read and I reached like half of the book and I was like, I think I'm gonna finish before the week is over, before like Sunday. And lo and behold, on Saturday I read all day as well, and I was like maybe missing like 10 chapters, but I had a really big headache, so I left it for Sunday. And then on Sunday morning I finished Wings and Ruin. Now, thoughts. Not as much sex that I was expecting. A lot of people were telling me that it was very, you know, raunchy, but not that much sex. I have some thoughts about like the last few chapters that really annoyed me. So I really like the whole like war plot. Tamlin, very annoying. Like, oh my god, he's so fucking dumb. I get that he, and spoiler alert, this video has spoilers, I get that he like kind of like played the Iron people, but at the same time he's still so dumb. Like, I'm sorry, but you're so dumb. You're so dumb. Like, one thing that I hated besides that, like at the end of the book, was the war between the Iron army, and then all the courts got together, even the Autumn court joined in, and then the human people also joined in. Grayson ended up not really wanting to marry Elaine, yeah, after he found out that she was a fae, which, by the way, I hate that motherfucker. He's so PC and annoying. I don't like him. But he still joined in the war. They ended up releasing like Amryn because she was like some sort of like, I don't know, otherly, like she had something. She was released, and then she ended up killing all the Iron people. They ended up fixing the cauldron, and what annoyed me the most about this is how easily everything was fixed. Like, I get it, there's 2 books after that talk about issues, but I hate how easily everything was fixed, like in the end of this book. Like, it annoyed me to no end that a war happened and it felt like there were no actually like really big consequences. Obviously houses in Valeris were destroyed and a lot of people died, but all the important people were well and fine, except for like Fair's father. But like Fair's father death, I want to talk about that one as well. I get it, it was supposed to be impactful, and they tried real hard to make it impactful, but it did not hit as hard as I think Sarah J. Maas thought it was going to be, at least for me, because the problem with this was the point was that Fair's father was away for a very long time because he was actually coordinating with one of the human queens, Vasa, if I'm not mistaken, to bring the armies and to like help kill Iron. That's the point. That's why he was away. But I think it really damaged the fact that he was away for such a long time and we had zero interaction with him. Really damaged the way, like the death. I think I was supposed to cry. I did not shed a tear. Not a single tear was shed. I was like, you're fucking annoying. Like, goddamn, dude. And not a single tear was shed. I was like, he died, and I was like, well, that's sad. And even they themselves, they were like, oh, that's bad. But then they never really went into it that much. The only time I think they kind of mentioned it was like when Fair was wanted to bury her dad's body. I don't think it was that impactful. I don't know how to explain why. I just feel like I was just like, okay, he's dead. I feel like he already didn't have that much of a good reputation. This was supposed to be like a redemption arc. There we go. It's supposed to be his redemption arc of like, I pretended like I didn't care about my daughters, but instead I spent a long time away to go get a queen and then died right after. So like technically it didn't do that much either. Cassian was very badly injured. Asriel was also very badly injured. The sisters were Nesta and Elaine were also like not really in the good disposition, and then the King of Iron found them, and then Cassian was with them. I think it was Cassian, yeah. And then Cassian was like, no, go save yourself. And then actually Elaine ended up killing the King of Iron meaning that they were all three were safe. Like Cassian had no like really deep repercussion from that, like his body was fine, he had no like deep hurting from that. And then Elaine and Nesta were fine like physically as well, so that was resolved-ish. And then Emran released herself, like tricked Fair into releasing Emran's like whatever the fuck it is like onto the world, and therefore like killing the people, which ended up working. And then the point was that if you released whatever was inside Emran, then she wouldn't like be able to come back and like remember the people. She would just be like something like she wouldn't be able to remember like whatever happened. So that was supposed to be like a sad moment, right? She made the sacrifice of, you know, not being able to see the people again and like having those memories again, so she could save the people that she loved right now. So I was like, I thought that was very, very sweet. And then the cauldron broke, and then the earth was about to die as well. So Riz and Fair were like, okay, let's put this together. And then Riz died. And then in just like a couple fucking pages, everything was fixed. Like, Riz died, they all gave him like the antidote or whatever, they gave him like a essence of their, like the High Lords, and he came back to life. Issue number 1 solved. Emran wasn't able to remember anything. The motherfucker just goes, oh, I thought I have another gift. And then Emran comes back to life remembering everything in a human body. So therefore she's not even like the bad thing that she didn't want to be anymore. So now she's a human who still remembers everything. So number 2 fixed. Also the family is kind of alive. All the sisters are alive. So that's fine. Cassian, no real injuries actually. He's fine. Ezreal, once again, no real injuries, he's fine. Everyone's alive, all the kings are alive. The people that were at like the island Cretaea, I think that's how you pronounce it, I don't have no fucking clue, were also alive and well. And then, you know how they unleash the creatures, like the Weaver, I think that's from like the cottage, and the Briaxes, and the Bone Carver. You know, they made the promises, so they were supposed to follow up with the promises with these creatures. But funny thing is, obviously, the Weaver, like from the cottage, fucking dead. You promised that you would unleash her or like give her freedom or whatever, but she ended up dying in battle, so one less problem to take off, conveniently. And then the Bone Carver, also dead. So like one less creature for them to worry about, and then the reactors just run away. I'm guessing it's gonna be talked about like at some point in the next 2 books, but like I hate how everything cleanly ended in this book. Like I said, I'm aware that in the next book they're gonna touch on those topics, but if you just wanted to read like the 3 like main books, because these are the 3 main books, and then not go into the novella or like mini like whatever the fuck the next one is, and then didn't want to read the spin-off, I guess, with Nessa, then this would be the ending for you. And it's such a all's well when it ends well kind of ending, and that annoys me a little bit. Like, this is war. You're telling me that not a single one of the main characters died in a war. I also talked about it here when like the Surreal died, because Yanthe, whatever the fuck, killed him. I just wrote here on the side, this is supposed to be like the Dobby death from like Harry Potter. You could tell. I mean, I did cry a little bit for the Surreal. I was like, poor him. Also, there's a little bit of like plot holes. I think there are plot holes about the Surreal as well, because Yanthe like mentions that she tried to talk to the Surreal, because the Surreal I think only tells the truth, and he can kind of like see into the future and be like, this is what you're supposed to do. So Yanthe tried to talk to him, but the Surreal didn't want to talk to her. I didn't remember that being one of the things that he could do. He could just like deny talking to someone. I thought that if you caught him with like the fucking chicken, or like Lucian at first said in like, the beginning of the first book. Oh my god, that was so long ago. If you could like catch the Surreal with like the chicken, or like give him like a new whatever, that he would just tell you whatever. But Yanthe gave him the cloak, and he still refused. I didn't know that was a thing. I don't know if they mentioned it and I just like forgot about it, or if that's truly something that only appeared in this book, because I was reading it, I was like, that was a rule? What the fuck? I think it was to drive home the point that Fairy is special, and then every single creature in this fucking like Earth or like Promethean like loves her and will obey to anything she says, but then anyone else tries to do that and that doesn't happen. I think that was the point, but still, I have mixed feelings about this. I finished it and I'm happy that I finished it, so that's that. Now for the book haul, I have bought the next 2 books in the series. I bought ACOTAR of Frost and Starlight, which is like I said, I think this can be considered like a small like novella or like whatever it is. It's very small. It has 200 and something pages, if I'm not mistaken. 233 pages. Very small. As you can see, I also already started reading it. I'm on chapter 9. I really don't know if I like the constant changing of POVs. As of right now, like I said, I'm only on chapter, like about to start chapter 9, so not much has happened. And then I also bought a card of Silver Flames, which from what I read, I actually, and oh my god, I was pissed, like genuinely pissed. My anxiety and blood pressure through the fucking roof. From what I read, this is about like Nesta. She's so annoying. Like, and now I understand why this book is the biggest, because she's gonna need a redemption arc the size of these fucking pages in order for me to actually look at her and think she's fine. And then I also bought, also in the book haul, I bought the Vicious and Vengeful like sleep case, I think. I bought Vicious and Vengeful because my friend, one of my good friends, recommended it, that I read the books, and then I saw that there were 2 books in the series, and then I saw that there were 2 look at the back, so I was like, oh, I'll just buy the 2 at once and then I'll be able to start it and finish it. From what I understand, there's like a mini one before these stories called Warm Up, a short story. Oh, it already, this one already contains, it says here that it already contains the short story Warm Up. I have no idea where that is. And then there's another book, I think it's in between these 2, that it's called Extraordinary, because they also gave me this art like postcard from it, and they're all part of like the same universe. So I'm very excited to start reading like Victoria Schwab. I've heard good things about it, about this series as well, so I'm excited. Like I said, I have Vicious and Vengeful. So these are like my plans to talking about my plans for like until the end of the year, because at this point, like, I'm not gonna set myself monthly goals because I'm gonna fail them I'm gonna fail them. So instead I'm gonna say, like, until the end of the year, what I want to do is I want to finish the court series, like ACOTAR series, all of it. I want to read, like, finish ACOTAR Frost and Starlight, and then finish Silver Flames, and then I'll be done until she releases the next book, which I think it's supposed to be coming. Then I also want to start and finish Vicious and Vengeful. And then I have other plans. I really want to read this book, which I bought on, like, I showed it in the video on part of like an AliExpress haul. This is a like kind of like comic-ish like book. It's in Mandarin, and it's called Here You Are. I also want to read this. I bought it, so I want to read it. And I also have an idea for like a video where I only read Portuguese books for like a week. I think that's what the title is going to be, or at least that's what I have in my head. Still, those are the updates that I have for you guys. Sorry that this video this week is this, but I wasn't really in the mood to vlog this week, and the reading of Wings and Ruin was very like spontaneous. I kind of just like got tired of looking at this book and not finishing it, so I was like, I'm just gonna fucking finish it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You can go check out my social media, and including my coffee. So you can go over there and support me if you want to. If you don't want to, that's fine. Also, yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys the next time you decide to watch another one of my videos. Bye bye.